Lamacharan. We return to you once again. Much has been done, and a few things still remain to be done. We need to state that your world is on the very brink of a momentous change. This lineup of changes promises the start of a new reality that we have discussed with you for some time now. As a recent Earth saying goes, the impossible takes a little longer. This little longer is now at an end. The great struggle between light and dark has raged across your globe for decades. The crescendo began some 8 years ago when the dark unleashed its blitzkrieg of simultaneous catastrophes, which did indeed give it a brief respite. Now, the pendulum is swinging in the opposite direction, and our Earth allies are verging on their carefully planned triumph. We sit above you, observing and acting on their behalf when necessary. Together, our Earth allies and our diversified forces are watching the dark take its last grabs at power. We look forward gleefully to being able to greet you directly and to set in motion the last stage of this first contact operation. First contact is now in its final stages. Around you, your world still appears to be in the iron grip of the Dark Ones. Proof of their control seems to be everywhere, but in fact the Dark is using appearances to keep you in line, while behind the scenes it is losing to those who have created the global coalition that we call our Earth allies. This group of organizations, powerful individuals, and powerful government personnel is working daily to ferret out those who wish to undermine or actually sabotage their valiant efforts. Because of these brave souls' diligence, a new banking system has been put in place, and a way to restore true democratic governance to your world is ready to go. We continue to be proud of their efforts, and to watch all this closely since it has a broad bearing on the carrying out of the Galactic Federation's first contact mission. Accordingly, we issued orders to have our entire on-planet personnel cooperate fully with our Earth allies. This phase produced dividends greater than first imagined. We delight in the fact that a great miracle is about to manifest before you. The same degree of change is occurring in your solar system. Your solar system is a monument to the many galactic battles that have happened here. Many planets are in disarray because of these past conflicts. Our fleet is working with your Elohim to prepare for the great changes that are to come. These operations involve redrawing your inner water planets and resetting the protective fields of the larger outer planets. So far, we have reset the Martian, Mercurial, and Venusian realities. They are to manifest when Mother Earth returns to her full consciousness. As these fields and holographic inserts are put into place, we are reminded of the vast change that happened in this galaxy when Anchara and the light shifted us from a state of endless galactic wars to the current realm in which peace reigns. We are most grateful for this, and we see what is occurring here as another step in this process. As all this transpires, the unending beauty of this galaxy can again be freely seen and appreciated. We look forward to showing you your magnificent galaxy. All of this is, of course, just the beginning. There is a vast, nearly endless spiritual realm that you have little knowledge of. It is this lack of information that makes you so gullible to the dark. What lies around you and in you is both invisible and inexperienced by you. Heaven is in joy that what she is doing will soon end your long period of unbroken amnesia. You are blessed by heaven, and therefore the great shift that she is creating is inevitable. Your varieties of bodily aches are a sign of what is happening to you. Their intensity is to increase as many important new chakras and meridians in your body are activated and connected to each other. This process now involves the upper nervous system and the ganglia of the brain, which means that you may experience headaches and increased sleeplessness. Some discomfort in the heart and lungs can occur, as well as soreness in the throat and tongue. Increased fatigue is likely as these symptoms intensify. Your homeworld is undergoing a similar amount of change. In past messages we told you about the tectonic plates locking up, which increases the frequency of earthquakes and volcanism. The entire surface system of Mother Earth is preparing for the huge, violent reconfigurations that are to swiftly transform the outer appearance of the planet. The number of anomalies being observed by your geologists increases by the day. Your world is working to set up the new firmaments, raise and lower mountain ranges, lift up continents, and reshape and increase the number of seas and oceans. We are grateful that all of this is happening in a gradual way. Mother Earth desires to see you achieve your decreed return to full consciousness. This solar system and you are destined to return together to full consciousness, and to become a viable, favored participant in the sacred unfolding of the divine plan in physicality. As this preparation progresses, the dark's last cabal remains resolute in its opposition to the light. It is all part of a game to maintain the viability of this reality. The Kabbalists know that ending this game brings on their downfall. Hence, they are deeply convinced that staying active is the only hope left to them. Along with this goes an undaunted arrogance. Even the frequent visits from their former masters, the Anunnaki, and from the ascended masters cannot get them to relinquish this belief. Thus, it seems that only the Earth Allies' upcoming outmaneuvering tactics can bring a definitive end to this period in your history. Until then we wait for the inevitable. The Dark's fall from power. When this occurs, the deliveries will have happened, and the announcements can then take place. Our fleet continues to rotate. At present, we have limited the entering around Earth to the ships of human star nations. Our moon base has taken on additional responsibilities for coordinating first contact. We are preparing for our meeting with you and are keen to carry out those sacred ceremonies which are to precede our arrival. Several of our priest and priestess ships have already gone to Agartha to begin the first stage of these ceremonies. These rituals have been successful, and the Agarthans have accompanied these ships to some sacred surface areas to start the next round of ceremonies. All is going well. We fully expect to finish this up in the next galactic month. Our spiritual advisors tell us that the blessings are making it possible to contemplate the actual time for full contact. The energies for completing this first contact are quite positive, and this present period of distress and instability is almost at an end. The Dark Ones realize this, yet refuse to surrender. Continuing this silly game is all they are prepared to do. We are in constant contact with them and the results of these meetings remain consistent. They intend to somehow muddle through and carry on with business, as usual, despite an inner knowing of the ridiculousness of this attitude. Outwardly they keep up the bluster and refuse to even consider what we tell them. This proves to us that their positions of great power do indeed warp their concept of reality. The consequences of their downfall are too much for them to think about, and so the stonewalling of the past few years goes on. Remember, together, we are victorious. Today, we continued our discussion with you about first contact. The time for us to meet draws near. We look forward pleasurably to this historic moment. It is due time for this current reality to be transformed, and for your new reality to manifest. As always, we are your space and spiritual families, and are dedicated to bringing you to full consciousness. We now leave. Know, dear ones, in your heart of hearts, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are yours. So be it. Salamat Gajan. Salamat Jah. Sirian 4B1. And be enjoy.